So today, since it is Michael Schumacher's birthday, hashtag keep fighting Michael, I thought I would do a video on why Michael Schumacher is my favourite driver of all time. Now, I will do a disclaimer because I know some of you are going to take it the wrong way. This isn't me saying that Michael Schumacher is the greatest driver of all time, because I don't think that. He's my favourite driver of all time. I don't necessarily think he's the greatest of all time. I believe that title goes to Jim Clark. Anyway, why is Michael Schumacher my favourite driver of all time? I think it mostly due to the fact that, apart from, I'd say, in the last few years, maybe I just haven't had anyone that I've attached, I've watched the most, really. It's Michael Schumacher when I first started watching F1, which was, I want to say halfway, like 2004 or 5. I don't know why. I just gravitated towards Schumacher. I can't really explain it. Maybe because of that time I was like 5 or 6. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that he was coming to the end of his domination, and maybe I just like the driver who wins all the time. Maybe that is. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I liked Lewis Hamilton for such a long time after Michael left the sport, because Hamilton was my favorite driver at some point. But now I don't have any favorites. I mean, obviously I do have my drivers who I support, such as like on the grid right now, such as Ricardo, Sainz, Michael's son Mick, and George Russell, and I pretty much like every other driver on the grid apart from Nikita Mazepin, which I know is not a very unpopular opinion. So I think my first memory of Michael is him losing the championship in 2006 as well. When he had that engine blowout in Japan, that memory sticks in my mind so much that he lost his eighth world title to that. Because I do think he would have won the 2006 championship, having watched the review through it recently. And yeah, especially with the Schumacher documentary coming out this year as well. But I think that opened my eyes even more to what Michael was like, both on track and off track. Because again, Michael Schumacher, from what that documentary, I know he wasn't a saint, especially on track. I'm one of the first people to admit that Schumacher has made mistakes, such as whatever you want to think of what happened in Australia '94, Jerez '97. What other ones were there? I think Monaco 2006. I remember that as well. Which I was really upset when he got demoted to the back of the grid when I heard about that. When I don't really know what else to say. I think he's got one of the best legacies in F1, up there with Hamilton, Lauda, Senna, Prost. He is definitely one. He is one of the greatest of all time, but I don't think he's the goat of F1. As I've said, I think that he comes into the top 5, at least for me, in my greatest of all time. He's still my favorite, but I acknowledge, unlike a lot of Hamilton fanboys, that's some people can't have their own opinion. I probably have pleased a lot of Hamilton fans by pretty much saying that Hamilton is better than Schumacher, because I think he is. Because I do think, Michael at some points did get a little bit desperate, and so did Ferrari, such as the whole stuff with the Michelin tyres in 2003. But I still love him. I think maybe it's because I'm able to put all the stuff that he did aside and just respect the 7 world championships that he's got, which will probably be broken by Hamilton either this year or maybe if he does stay on the year after, if he doesn't win it this year, but that's a topic for another day. His 91 wins, his final podium at Valencia. I remember. I think maybe because Michael's my favourite, is because most of my F1 memories started with Michael Schumacher and his fight with Alonso, because Alonso's one of my favourite drivers as well currently. Well, on the grid as well. I think his rivalry with Alonso's like one of the best rivalries in F1. Same with him and Hakkinen. I think him and Hakkinen's rivalry is the second best, I'd say, maybe third. because I think they're both. I think both. I think just so many moments in F1 I remember are with Michael Schumacher when he just all the memories I have of when I first started watching F1 are Michael Schumacher and Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton. So I do like to point out at one point I was a Hamilton fan, but I'm not anymore. Which again probably a topic for another day. So I think I'm done with this video. I like Michael Schumacher. He is my favorite driver. Not my goat. Not who I think's the goat. I might get into that's again a topic for another time. So this is just me gushing about Michael Schumacher for nearly 6 minutes. So I hope you enjoy this nice, short, quick video. I thought it might be appropriate given, as I'm recording this, it is the 3rd of January 2022, and it's Michael Schumacher's birthday. So I just thought it'd be nice, because I know I've said in the past, Schumacher is my favourite driver, but I thought I'd give just a short video on why he's my favourite F1 driver. It basically comes down to he was the first one I gravitated towards when I first started watching F1, and most of my early memories of Formula One include Michael Schumacher in some variation. So, hope you enjoy this video. If you did make it to the end, thank you very much. If you'd like to turn that, if you'd like to colour in that like button, would be greatly appreciated. If you want to colour in the dislike button, that's completely fine because I can't see my dislikes anyway. And if you'd like to get rid of that red subscribe button and make it whatever colour it is these days, that'd also be great as well. I shall see you in the next one, and happy 2022.